What's going on, fellow ghosts, gamers, anime nerds, and renegades? Welcome back to the channel, man. It's your boy Raven37 Actual, aka Raven37 Actual Fool. 2 zeros, not O's, aka Mr. O Myers in the chat, aka Raven. And shout out to everybody. I just want to start off the video with saying that. Shout out to everybody because of all of the videos that I've been apprehensive about posting, you better believe I was apprehensive about posting a fucking 2 hour long reaction. I was like literally recording it, looking at the timer like, oh shit, nobody's gonna watch this. But to see that it's gotten 50 views and almost 20 likes is really, it means a lot to me, even if you only watch the video for a minute, for a part of it, for just a comment or whatever, or if you watch the whole thing or what have you. I just appreciate anybody who may have participated in that video because like I put in the description, it was a labor of love, and I really wanted to have, for my part as a creator, I wanted to do two things. I wanted to, one, have a chronological video of me analyzing the story of Jenny and Screech up to Vincent's Tale, and I also wanted to proliferate the Vincent's Tale Starry Night engagement on the algorithm because of that post I saw from Ren talking about the algorithm was hiding it or something like that, or like it's shadow banned or something like that. So it was twofold why I made that video. So to see that at least 50, like almost half 100 people watch my video, I definitely appreciate every single one of you guys. Shout out to everybody. I'm chatting with you guys on a daily basis, and feeling like a real outfit over here, man. But just, if it's anybody's comments, I'm trying to check now, see if there's any. It says none unresponded, so that means I responded to everybody's comments. We're gonna check though. One reply. Oh yeah. Scorchio was griefing me because I fast forwarded through the influencers' replies. My brain couldn't take it again. Sorry. But yeah, okay, there's neither here nor there. Tonight I have another double header for you guys, but it's a little bit different. Now, am I concerned that you guys won't recognize or like these songs? I'm like 90% not. Because if you guys are fans of Ren, and some of you have come here because you listen to Hey Nothing, some of you come here because you listen to Hobo Johnson, some of you come here because you listen to just any of the different various artists that I've covered. Childish Gambino, JID, what's the kid's name? Token, Ren, obviously, NF, a lot of Dave going on now, Coed and Cambria. But I thought of an idea because, I try to give you guys as much of me, within moderation, of course, everything in moderation, as much of my self of what made me in these videos as I can. And the one way I thought of doing that is by creating a series of bands that made Raven. Like I say in the intro, Raven. I thought that would be, I don't know. I'm corny. Just ignore that. But anyway, the title of the playlist will actually be bands that made Raven. Not raving Raven, but made Raven, like Raven 2 times. But yeah, and so tonight, I think, well, not even I think, tonight will be the first video, hopefully, of a new playlist. Hopefully the one that you guys will enjoy, and hopefully I won't get copyright struck to hell, because I have been having a lot of behind the scenes battles with like copyright claims and stuff. If I go a couple of days without posting, it's not because I didn't make a video sometimes. It's because I made 2 or 3 videos and they all got copyright strikes on them. And so these strikes, when I dispute them, they come off at different times. And so it affects the scheduling of the videos. I apologize about that. I'm working on it, trying to get more regular as a reactor and a content creator. But it's just me. So I do ask for you guys' patience. We are getting up there in number. 216 more people, and we'll be at 1,000. It's crazy to think about, but yeah, man, it's all thanks to you guys. So as a gift from me to you, I'm offering up 2 songs tonight, Two songs that I am quite certain, as I said before, that you will be familiar with, but they will both be first for me. First time watching both of these, because I have first Radiohead, 2 plus 2 equals 5, the live performance. And also I have System of a Down, Aerials, the music video. I have listened to Aerials at least a million times. Toxicity, Lonely Day, BYOB, all that shit. At least a million times. Never have I once seen the video. So today we're going to watch the video, the official music video for Aerials. And also we're going to watch a live for you. I know how I am about live performances, so I want to see how well they perform this song, because it has a very large shift in energy in it. Both of these songs, now that I think about it, have a very large shift in energy in them. But one being an official music video, I'm not too concerned about it, but the live performance, I'm definitely trying to see. So hopefully you guys enjoy it, but we're going to go ahead and get into the video. But before we do, if you took your time to watch this video, as always, thanks for watching. But without further ado, we're going to go into our first video, which is Radiohead live performance. 2 plus 2 equals 5. This is actual Radiohead, 5.2 million subscribers. And they got 5.2 and 1. I'm going to go ahead and like the video because I love this fucking song. And yep, we're going to get to it. It's only 3 minutes and 36 seconds. But I will try to pause it and be as analytical as I possibly can as a fanboy of this band. But yeah. And don't get me wrong, I know a lot of their songs word for word, but interpreting the meaning behind them sometimes is a little bit beyond me. I'm just making you aware that I'm aware of my own limitations. So don't judge me if I just be guessing that shit. That's all I'm saying. Don't look at me like that. I'm being for real. But alright, just putting it out there. I am not an expert on the meaning of Radiohead lyrics. So if y'all have any insights that y'all would like to share with me that I miss out on, definitely let me know down in the comments, because these are two songs that I feel like were a part of the molding of the person I was at the time when I was like listening to these songs on a daily basis, and they have been a part of my life. Like I could open my Spotify right now and find both of these songs on a playlist right now. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and check it out. Radiohead 2 plus 2 equals 5 live. Without further ado, let's go. Man, that harmony, they nailed it. It sounds almost just like one to one with the album version, bro. Like, let me see when this was uploaded. This was uploaded 5 months ago, but it was a live recording from 2003. Okay, so they was like performing this on the regular at that time. 22-year-old song, a 22-year-old performance, I should say. But man, I want to hear that intro is so iconic. I gotta hear it one more time. I'm sorry. But yeah, that's what we're in for today. Like the crowds, they're like, is he gonna do it? He's gonna do it.
dreamer to put the world to rights. I'll stay home forever. A two and two always makes a five.
So right there he says, "Are you such a dreamer?" Are you such a dreamer? Are you such a dreamer to put the world to rights? Like, are you so? Are your? It sounds like he's saying like, are your dreams so grandiose? Like you have such big thoughts and ideas that they will actually fix what's wrong with the world. And then he says, "I'll stay home forever," and two always makes a five. Which I don't know. It sounds to me like it kind of sounds like my sort of my attitude or my stance towards the whole not participating in a rigged game thing. That's it to me. That's the way it sounds. You guys can definitely tell me your interpretations of the lines down in the comments. I'd love to hear them, and we can talk about it further. But yeah, just like when he says, "I'll stay home forever," and two always makes a five. It just means like I just rather stay indoors because there's always some shit fucking wrong, or I just rather stay, isolated. That's the way it sounds to me. But let me know what y'all think down in the comments. Oh, gotta catch it. We know it's coming. But I'll lay down the tracks, stand back and hide. I can't really think of a point of reference for what that might mean. I lay down the tracks and stand back and hide. I lay down the tracks may imply like a train or something impending, because obviously he said I stand back and hide. So like obviously like you don't want to see what's coming. You like I'll make a way for it, but I don't want to see the result of my action. Sort of. That's the gist of what I'm getting from that particular statement. And he says January brings April showers again, meaning shit is all fucked up, and two always makes a five. So again, rotating back around to why should I even bother, because shit is just fucked up. And like is April and January and and August and April, and just everything is wrong. So I don't know, it's very much sort of melancholy exasperation that I'm hearing from the song. That's sort of like all of this is broken, and what I'm getting from the lyrics, I've never really sat down and just broke down the lyrics like this. This is the first time for me. But if somebody's just not willing to like partake in what they see around them as a broken something, I don't know, it could be a broken world, broken environment, broken system, whatever, but just somebody looking around and being like, nah, I'd rather not. But that's just what my interpretation was. Y'all let me know what y'all think down in the comments. We're gonna continue. But we gotta give this part the respect it's owed, because we know what's coming.
You can scream at
Okay, I actually caught that. That was actually kind of scary. Oh, it says the dog's way now, and there's no way out. You can scream and shout, but it's too late now. And that kind of like, I don't want to say everything sounds prophetic, but there's like looking around at what the fuck is going on in my country, in my surrounding environment. I definitely feel a feeling of 2 + 2 = 5 right now. Very much so. It is very much a I lay down the track and stand back and hide. Like, fuck this shit. Like, 2 + 2 definitely equals 5 in the way that I see society and shit working around me. It does not make sense, but it is the reality of what's going on. And so, yeah, that part of the song seemed prophetic to me, at least. I don't know. You guys can let me know if you agree or not. And that's just him exclaiming to somebody else, to somebody who may be stuck in this 2 + 2 = 5 makes sense. Reality, like, you have not been paying attention. And he was just making sure they understood by saying it multiple times. It's extremely provocative part. You can listen to it again. Well, that was a little on the nose. I don't think we need to go any deeper than what they said. Hail to the thief, oh, hail to the thief. Wow. That, well, go and tell the king that the sky is falling in. Well, it's not. Maybe this is one of those king's new robe situations. Well, yeah, definitely some thought-provoking lyrics. And I did not intend that. I just wanted to vibe out to a song that I've been listening to for basically, essentially my whole life, like since I was in my teens. But no, just actually listening to the song now, kind of got goosebumps in certain parts. You don't know if you could tell, but yeah, I definitely was like listening to it, and it had some very extremely thought-provoking parts in it. But yep, you guys let me know what you thought of 2 + 2 = 5, what you thought of my analysis, or did I chop up the song too much? I apologize if I ruined the continuity for you guys. I know you say you tuned in for the yapping, but it was a really short song, and I had to make it transformative to try to get it through the copyright claims, boundaries of fair use. So try to make it as informative and introspective as I can. So you guys let me know what you thought of 2 plus 2 equals 5 down in the comments, and I appreciate you watching. And if you made it this far in the video, I super appreciate you watching, because we're now going to get into another band just as thought-provoking. Well, maybe I would say a little bit more, because they made a lot of music that was extremely politically directed because of the situation in their country. I believe it's Armenia. I might be wrong. I don't want to miss. As a matter of fact, let me just look so I don't say the wrong thing. Armenian, yeah, that's what I thought. Armenian. So a lot of their music is made in reference to what I'm not an expert on this stuff, but I do know some things about some things. I'm a pretty useful guy to have around on trivia night if I'm not inebriated, which I don't drink, so you're fine. But I'm pretty sure a lot of their music is directed at the Armenian genocide that was going on at that time. I'm not sure if this is still an ongoing thing, but I do know that a lot of their music was politically charged, but it was unique. It grabbed your attention and it held it. Not just because they were yelling at you, but because they were so musically talented, and there was nobody who could duplicate System of a Down sound. Ever. Like, I've never heard a band that made me say, oh, they remind me of System. Like, have you? If you have heard a band and you were like, oh, that's a System of a Down band right there, like, let me know down in the comments a band that I can listen to, and I will agree with that, because I've never heard a band that's been able to duplicate the sound and the vibe of System of a Down. But just to prove the point, we're going to go ahead and take a look at a System of a Down song, one of the most System of a Down songs that's mainstream. Of course, there are others, and we will hopefully get to them in the what made Raven, or bands that made Raven playlist in the future. But for today, we're going to be checking out Ariel's, the official HD video. I'm going to have to talk a little bit in there, and we'll rewind some parts and stuff. I actually want to try to break down the lyrics and see what I can glean from them, but I know it's definitely a message here, because like I said, it's related. A lot of their music is related to what's going on in Armenia at that time. So that being said, here is System of a Down, Ariel's official HD video. Let's get it. Okay, before we get into the song, I was trying to think if there was a more iconic intro than 2 plus 2 equals 5 when we were listening to that just a moment ago. But then I just was listening to this and I was like, yeah, there's definitely an intro that's as iconic as it, because that bass coming in, man, that is iconic. Sorry, didn't mean we gotta, yeah. Hey.
Life is a waterfall. We're one in the river and one again after the fall. Swimming through the void, we hear the word. We lose ourselves, but we find it all. 'Cause we are the ones that wanna play.
Um. Okay, so the song comes in. We all know the lyrics, so we can just break them down together. So life is a waterfall with one in the river and then one again after the fall. So it's just like, you know, life is kind of like one hit after the other, which it really is. It really is. It's how many days can you wake up after being like, damn, yesterday was fucked up, but I'm here again today. That's just really all life is. It's just, you know, one in the river and then one again after the fall, over and over and over again until you run out of river, I suppose. But he says, swimming through the void, you hear the words. We lose ourselves, but you find it all. Not necessarily. I don't necessarily have a point of reference for that, but like you could consider swimming through the void like finding your way through life. Um, and you can think of it in that way, like when you're a kid and you're growing up, you have a pretty clear idea of the world and yourself and what you want to be and what you're supposed to be and how things are supposed to go, and you get to going through life or swimming through the void, um, and the void tells you this because he says swimming through the void you hear the words, um, or you hear the world. I'm not sure exactly what he said. It's either words or world, but he said swimming through the void you hear the words. We lose ourselves because essentially that means we're growing up, because there's a lot of things that we give up on as we become adults and we realize, okay, maybe that was not realistic, or maybe that was something I wasn't as interested in, or we change as we lose ourselves a little bit and we give ourselves to something greater, whether it be a job or whether it be faith or whether it be something. As we swim through the void that is life, we do find it all, but we lose ourselves in the midst of that. That's what I. That's kind of how I interpret that. Let me know what y'all thought of that. I thought that was pretty good.
Play, always wanna go, but you never wanna stay. And we are the ones that wanna choose. Always wanna play, but you never wanna lose.
Why does this kid's face is haunting me.
Aerials in the sky. When you lose small mind, you free your life. Life is a waterfall. We drink from the river, then we turn around and put up our walls. Swimming through the void, we hear the word. We lose ourselves, but we find it all.
I was kind of jamming out. I didn't pay attention to the lyrics.
Waterfall, we drink from the river, then we turn around and put up our walls.
That's easy enough to interpret. Life is a waterfall. We drink from the river, and then we turn around and put up our walls. That's just an analogy of people claiming resources from the world and then deciding that it belongs to them, even though it belongs to the world. The symbolism there is pretty obvious, or it was pretty apparent to me. But it's rooted in capitalism, so it's easy for me to make that juxtaposition. I may be a little bit biased, so if you have a different connotation opinion, let me know down in the comments. I'm doing my best, peeps, but I think I'm doing a pretty good job. Just I've especially like trying to break down System of a Down lyrics. I'm surprised I haven't like fried a brain cell, because like this shit is deep. It's not like frying a brain cell from hearing something stupid. It's like frying a brain cell from thinking too fucking hard. It's not like listening to Cassie. It's like listening to fucking like Isaac Newton and fucking Albert Einstein have an argument. Like it's just beyond your capacity. But I feel like I'm doing a pretty good job. Y'all let me know down in the comments, even though I just went off on a little bit of a tangent. For the breakdown, I just want to say I didn't comment on this part before. We are the ones that want to play, always want to go, never want to stay. That could be juxtaposed with American imperialism. Specifically, when we go to other countries, we call ourselves stabilizing the country, bringing democracy to the country, and it ends up we just go to the country because we want to drink from the river and then put down our walls. Um, but there's a in my mind there's a definite correlation between uh, we are the ones who want to play, never want to, always want to go, but we never want to stay. We are the ones that want to choose, always want to play, but we never give ourselves the option to lose. It goes to it goes back to that notion I have of always the game is always rigged. With imperialism, you don't play a game unless you know you're going to win it. So the just hearing that and relating it to how things have occurred in the past and how things are even occurring to this day, you can definitely draw juxtapositions like I just did. Y'all let me know what those lines mean to you. I'm definitely curious because we all live in different places, so they could mean totally different things to different ones of us. But yeah, definitely interested to hear you guys take. So let me know down in the comments. We're gonna continue. I need to back it up because that was right before the breakdown.
Always wanna play, but you never wanna lose. Areas in the sky. When you lose small mind, you free your life. Areas so high. When you free your eyes, eternal prize. Areas in the sky. When you lose small mind, you free your life. Areas so up high. When you free your eyes, eternal prize. Oh, oh,
That was fucking awesome. But I did notice at the end of the video, because I'm not gonna lie, I was jamming out through most of the video, but I was watching, and that kid, despite his looks, was put into some very specifically non-childlike situations. Like at one point, he was sitting in a bar with two chicks on either side of him drinking and shit. And another point, he's at a photo shoot. I mean, you advocated a photo shoot, but it was just a lot of it was a lot of a fish out of water feeling with a lot of the scenarios that I saw the kid being put in, coming out of the paparazzi cameras all in his face and shit like that. And yeah, the lyrics of the video are thought provoking enough on their own. I don't know what the symbols on the mat he's laying on mean, but I'm sure they mean something. If anybody is aware, let me know down in the comments. But aerials in the sky, when you lose small mind, you free your life. That's, pretty self-explanatory. When you stop thinking solely about, when you focus on the bigger picture, then you free not only your own life, but you help allow other people to free their lives, because you see the bigger picture. You see how your actions affect. You see how the ripple affects, and you see things on a wider scale. Your field of vision is wider, and therefore you're able to adjust to your environment more adaptively, I guess, and it comes from freeing your mind, but you have to stop thinking so small. It sounds like, and then um, says Ariel so up high, then you realize eternal prize. I'm not sure what the eternal prize is. And I know back when I first started listening to System of a Down. Now I need y'all to look at me in my eyes when I say this. When I first started listening to System of a Down, I was on a lot of drugs. I was on a lot of drugs, bro. I ain't even gonna lie. I was going to concerts every fucking like couple months and shit. Shrooms and just it was a wild time in my life when I was listening to shit like Pearl Jam, System of a Down, Evanescence, My Chemical Romance. It was a wild time. It was a wild time in my life. But yeah, I've never actually sat down and actually realized I've vibed out to this song. This song is on my workout playlist. So that's how I know I've listened to it millions of times. Is because like I've worked out to it before. Sometimes with this is solely the song playing. So I know I've listened to it at least a million times in my life. But I've never sat down and just thought about the lyrics in a thought provoking way. And it does alter my perception of the song, but it only enhances it and makes me love it more. But that's just my opinion. We at 44 minutes now, so I'm gonna quit yapping. I'd like to know what you guys thought of 2+2=5 live performance. I thought it was dope. I thought that was like a fucking, they nailed the performance. It was like a 1-for-1 from the album. I'm trying to find some stuff from OK Computer. We'll listen to more Kid A. Maybe I'll listen to the Flaming Lips. Yoshimi battles the Pink Robots or some shit like that. Just any bands that I can think of that brought me to the person that I am now, I'm definitely going to include in the bands that made Raven playlist. So if that sounds like your kind of vibe and you made it this far in the video, just know I appreciate the shit out of you. If you enjoyed the content for whatever reason, I definitely recommend you hit that subscribe button. Turn on your notifications so you know when I drop another video, whether it be an addition to the Renthology or whether it be an addition to the bands that made Raven or music to be further by or something game related or anime related. You'll be one of the first to know. But for now, I want to wish all you guys a safe, happy, healthy morning, afternoon, evening, whatever time it is when you're seeing this. And if you enjoyed the video, click on one of these videos over here and spend some more time with your boy. But for now, you guys stay safe, stay frosty. You already know. I'll catch y'all on the flip side. Axel out.